Hello, how are you? Did you have a nice day? How are you feeling? Thank you so much. If it's your first time here, my name is Eric. The other one is Omondi. Thank you for choosing to hang out with me. Now, Eric's Stories is about me and you having a conversation with each other. I don't speak at you. I speak with you. And how you do that, you can write right below in the comment section and share your mind about the conversation we've had, even this one or the others that you didn't get a chance to opine on. I love to hear your perspective in the hope that we can grow together and become better. After all, better is good, isn't it? What ideal places can one meet a potential woman or man to marry? Here you are, you feel like you have your ducks in a row as a man, and you want to do or a woman, you feel broody and you want to start a family and you're done with your degree or whatever it is you're doing with yourself and you want to get married. Where do you go from here? Where do you meet an ideal man? Do they make them somewhere? And if at all you're married, please let me know again below where you met Mr. Man or Madame. Where did you guys meet? I think I've been thinking about, at least thinking back at my dating scene in my 20s, live music instead of a nightclub would take the cookie for me. You know why? I feel like most men in clubs want to grind on women or just watch them, especially in clubs. Because I did that a lot in my 20s. I mean, I just stare very weirdly like a hyena waiting for some animal to die so that they can ravage it. And I remember some guys would even whistle or cat call. So a woman is passing really dolled up, and the guy would be like, which actually tantamounts to sexual abuse. Should stop it. It's just that we didn't know better. Nobody ever told us then. So I don't do that anymore. But yeah, so clubs have a lot of that. Or somebody hectically dancing right behind your behind. Like, do, 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 do. What's that about? Did we completely abolish face to face dances? I remember, if you are a fairly older millennial, you probably did shika shika time. That was around maybe 3 a.m. when the club was about to shut. They'd play your boys to men and those sort of songs, and then you'd hold the lady and just blew. No, 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 no. It doesn't happen anymore. Shame. We've lost the love, man. We've lost the love. So that's why I would prefer live music instead of a club. Clubs are also too dark and noisy. You'd be like, sorry, what's your name? Hello? That's crazy. For somebody you want to sleep with for the rest of your life, I think clubs can be a bit crazy. But your choice, it's a free world. So a nightclub, in my view, won't give you any good odds. I'd rather a live band. If you want to dance or meet a guy or a girl you can actually talk to, find a joint that plays live music. Again, because of two reasons. Live music cover charges, they impose a cover charge. And the cover charge helps keep most weirdos at bay. I've had tons of guys say, oh, I just go and pay a whole equivalent of like 10 barleys, 10 beers. Oh, I'd rather drink my money. I'd rather drink my money. So there goes. Cover charges puts all the weirdos at bay. The second reason is that lighting and sound at a live event is better. You could see the person you're potentially going to spend the rest of your life with and hear them out when they're speaking without straining. Yeah? That's the first place. Where did you meet your significant other? Are you sharing? Travel with your parents to the upcountry and have them introduce you to their friends. This works like wonders. I mean, we see it with the Indian communities, they do it. And it works. Do you know why? I think your parents know you. They know you. They know that you sleep until 11 and you're as lazy can come. And now they would know the sort of man or woman who can take your laziness. They know that in the evenings you're more active and in the mornings you are more laid back. And these are the guy can take that. And they know these are the guy because they're neighbors in the village. So they'll point you to that guy's homestead and be like, these would make our incredible in-laws. So this December, make a point to go with your parents to Shags and just say, Mommy, who around here can Go out of your comfort zone and travel alone. The first time I went to New York, it was amazing. I went to the Broadway, I went to 4040 Jay-Z's club, I went and watched, I'd go for bicycle rides at the Central Park. I met so many people with whom we are in communication with to this day, right? Friendship I've made for over decades now. So get out of your comfort zone and go. It doesn't have to be New York. It can be Thika, Nyeri, South Africa, Dubai. Go to the next town, see what happens in the other side of your street. This one does work. Let your married friends know you are looking. If they have a marriage that you think is worthy of you emulating, tell them. You'll be like, hey, yo, guys, I feel I'm ready now. Do you know somebody who can point, who you guys can point my direction? Because they know you, they know your malevolence, they know your character traits, they know your temperaments. They'll point you out to someone. They would. And most married people, if nothing else, love that their friends who are single get married. They talk about that all the time. Oh, by the way, what are you thinking about that? They bore me to death, by the way. Alrighty. So yeah, so talk to your friends. Go to school reunions, high school, college, or even workplace reunions. You see the other place you used to work before you got this other place? When they're doing a get together, go, you could find somebody there. All right? Yes, you could find somebody there. What do you think? What do you think? Um, you could build a rapport with the bartender. Bartenders speak with everybody. So you'd be like, and you want to exercise specificity, yeah. You want to exercise specificity. You're like, so Mr. John, you've been working at this bar for a while, and I'm thinking of, what is John like? I'd be like, dangerous womanizer, drinks like a skunk. At around 3, 4-ish, there's a guy who comes here, cool cut, called Eric. Wait on that guy. Yes, bartenders talk to everybody. They'll warn you against womanizers and point you to decent people. So have conversations with bartenders. I've read that if you sat at the bar counter, you see at the pub, parlor, near the bartender, that's another way you could meet somebody. Because they say that if you sit at the table, oftentimes people assume that you're waiting for somebody, so they leave you alone. But if you're at the bar, they're just like, maybe she or he is just having a drink, so let me go say hi. That's another tip. Blind dates. I've only had one blind date experience. I didn't like it much. I was 24, I was working in Johannesburg. I was employed to speak to CEOs of Fortune 500 companies and invite them to the World Cup in 2010 in Joburg. And so every time I'd call this particular CEO, I'd make callbacks to him. The receptionist, I think the PA, I think she was his PA, had the sweetest voice. Like, hi, how are you, Mr. Monty? How do you do? And I tell my friends, I think I've met my wife. Only for me to agree to meet up. But I was wise to tell her, I gave my friends descriptions. I gave what my friend looked like because I was working with my friend. So when we met, I saw her at a distance and I said to my friend, she couldn't be that woman, could she? And she turned out to be that woman. Easily a 60, 62-year-old woman. She was a golden girl. Nothing wrong with that. But I just didn't know enough at 24 to do better. I didn't know enough to do better at that age. So I decided to just walk past her. Now, knowing what I know now, I probably should have just met her and said, you know what, I'm sorry, I'm glad we could meet, nice to meet you, and thank you for your time, and then we go separate ways. But I was a chicken, and I ran away, which is not fair. So blind dates would work for you, so try them out. Didn't work for me. I've never fancied them because there are so many assumptions that I don't like. I prefer tete-a-tete. I prefer meeting somebody and having a conversation. Get set up with somebody online. My friend lives in Phuket. She met this wonderful man and they have 3 kids now. They met in an internet cafe. She in Nairobi, him somewhere in London, and they're happy. So that could work for you as well. Go camping and sign up for volunteers exercise. Yeah, that would work. That would totally work. Another place I've read that really does work, though it's very cliche, go to weddings. Go to weddings and churches. Yeah, I don't like the church one though. I don't like for personal reasons. Weddings are nice. People are in a jolly mood and a married mood and they want to be paired up. So maybe, but not for me. Churches, no. And I think it's also important to remember two caveats, though, just as we are winding up. The first caveat is this: don't be too fixated about the where that you forget the who. It's very possible to meet a demon in church, and it's equally possible to meet an angel in a brothel. So it's not so much about the where, but much more about the who. All right? It's very important. Okay? The second caveat you have to put in or to bear in mind is, people keep asking, where are all the good women and where are all the good men? My goodness me. The simple answer is this: all the good men and all the good women are with the good men and with the good women already. So you don't want to search so much that you forget, all right, to be a good woman or a good man yourself. Where did you meet your significant other? Care to share? I'm waiting. Thank you.